What is up, my buttery biscuits? Today's video, obviously, as you guys can tell, we're going to be talking about James Charles' new basic canvas collection. Now, I feel like, obviously, every single time that I talk about James Charles, woo, y'all, them comments, they're a little bit crazy. I'm letting you guys know before jumping into this video. I feel like I've let you guys know this every single time, especially when it comes down to Jeffree Star. The whole reason why I started doing the My Thoughts and Opinions videos is to specifically talk about the makeup, not the drama. If you guys are interested in knowing about the drama, I am going to be making a separate video because James Charles is getting a lot of heat. Like, he is low-key getting dragged on Trend Mood's post. I'm going to be making a separate video about this. The whole purpose of me doing the My Thoughts and Opinions video, as I've stated before, specifically about Jeffree Star collections, is that I obviously found it very difficult being a social media person. Say, for example, like when I very first came onto social media, doing my makeup and doing reviews, yeah, I just thought it was really crazy because before, obviously, as you guys know, for the past almost like 4 years now, I've been doing commentary here on my channel. I've never paid attention to the drama before. If I saw a product that I like, I just picked it up. There is still a lot of people, millions of people out there who will see a palette and say, you know what, I don't care who this person is or who owns it or who created it, whatever, I like it, I'm going to buy it. That's the whole reason of me doing the My Thoughts and Opinions videos. Now, obviously, as you guys do know, I did do a My Thoughts and Opinions video about the paints before from James Charles. I picked one up. I did do a review of it, and I just have to keep it with you guys. Absolutely hated it. As you guys know, I have the shade Caution. I did say numerous amounts of times that it is very difficult to make a yellow. This is a product that I will never use. I think it was absolutely horrible, and I've been telling you guys that I'm going to do a second review where I'm going to be doing it compared to the All About Face yellow, but I've really like put that off because I'm like, I don't know. Honestly, y'all, if I'm keeping it real with you guys, like I saw this like Reddit comments about me actually like paying for that and saying that I support this or support that, and I'm like, y'all, I said in the beginning of my video, if this gets 500 likes, which I really didn't think that it was going to get, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. So I didn't want to be a liar, so I did pick it up and do a review about it, and I was like, ooh, y'all. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, once again, over here, I'm going to say, but I'm gonna up it on this one. If this video does get 1,000 likes on it, I will pick up the palette and do a review of that. And I want to let you guys know, I'm being fully transparent and straight up with you guys. This is not me condoning anything that James Charles has done. This is not me sitting here taking his side on anything. This is just for the makeup people out there who want an honest review from somebody like me, who obviously does not have any friends in the industry, who honestly, I'm just keeping it real, is not a fan of James Charles as a person. I find him annoying. I've said that numerous amounts of times. He's not my cup of tea. If you guys are interested in a review, give this video a thumbs up. If it does get to 1,000 likes, I will pick up the palette. Even though I'm gonna let you guys know from the jump of this video before even talking about it, the palette is $55, which I'm gonna be a little honest with you guys. I'm not saying it's a bad price. I'm just saying it's a little bit more steep for me because, as you guys know, these paints right here were only $14. So to go up from 14 to 55, but if you guys really want me to review it, give this a like, and then obviously if it gets to 1,000, I will do a review. That's kind of how I know. If I'm just keeping it real with you guys, that's how I know that you guys want me to do a review on it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I find it difficult sometimes when people are like giving so much hate and saying like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like you're supporting this person. And I understand that, like, say for example, if I purchase a product from James Charles, it's putting money in his pocket. Even if my review was slightly negative, it's still putting money in his pocket. I totally get that. But at the same time too, there's people out there who are going to buy it regardless. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, me doing a honest review on it, I don't see that as I'm condoning everything that James Charles has done. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, y'all, we're going to be talking about the makeup collection. If you guys are interested in the drama, I will be making a separate video talking about him being posted on Trend Mood, and I'm like, whoa, that comment section, y'all, woo, it is like, woo, it's really bad. Anyway, so we're only talking about the makeup today, and yes, I do look extremely busted today because honestly, y'all, I was not trying to put on any makeup whatsoever. I was like, I'm so over it. I have so much work to do. If you guys do not know, I'm currently going to school right now to become a microblader because I'm going to start doing brows, which I'm super excited for. Obviously, I'll let you guys know about that whole journey, and I'll let you guys know as soon as I am licensed and when I can start taking clients. If you guys are in the Los Angeles area, y'all, I will be doing like brows. Y'all, I'm super excited for this. I feel like this is a whole new journey, and I'm like super into it. So I'll let you guys know about that in the future. Also too, by the way, I do have a new podcast up. If you guys have not seen, by the way, I do it every single Sunday here on my channel. It is called The Sip and Spill, where I just sit back and talk about what has happened in the week, whether it be in pop culture, the beauty industry, everything together, like on the internet. It's an all-in-one, just talk about everything that happened within the week. So make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if you guys do want me to do a review of this collection. Letting you guys know from the jump, I will not purchase the brushes. We'll talk about the brushes obviously within this video, but I'm not gonna buy those, just letting you guys know. Anyways, let me shut up. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I am super sorry for that really, really long intro. I just feel like, honestly, y'all, whenever I talk about controversial people, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to over explain myself because people are just going to like form whatever opinion that they want no matter what I say. So I really should just get over the fact of like over explaining myself, to be honest with you. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the makeup for all the makeup people out there. We're solely talking about the makeup, okay? This right here is the basic canvas palette. It does retail for $55. I want to talk about the outside before talking about the inside. He wanted this to basically look like a painting palette. I don't know the exact name of those, but you guys know that like textured palette. He did say within his video that this is a textured palette too. Here's my thing about that. I totally understand it for the aesthetic. I totally understand like this is what you're going for to be an artist. I get that. But when you have that type of texture and you're carrying that within your makeup kit, this is bound to get destroyed, demolished. Everything is going to pick on that because it has that texture. This is why a lot of palettes are obviously plastic. And when they have a hard plastic, say for example, if you like, you know, break a shade or something in there, it's not going to cling to it. If this is the same exact material as like a painting canvas, then this is going to get really, really messy. But I do want to say the idea and the concept is there. Now, with that being said, the whole name basic canvas, he did state within his video that this is meant to be a basic, like everyday, like neutral type of palette that everybody can use. And look, let's just go ahead and keep it real right here. This palette has been done before several times. Now, I just want to say, opening up the palette and getting inside of it, I do have to say, I do like the color story. I do think that it is a cute color story. It has definitely been done before. If I'm keeping it real with you guys, it kind of reminds me of that Jeffree Star, wedding palette. I'll put a little side by side up here. I don't know why I haven't like looked at them side by side, but in my head I'm like, didn't this palette kind of look like that? But look, at the end of the day, this color story has been done numerous amounts of times. There is 24 shades in here for $55, so I do want to say that is not too bad of a price. $55 for 24 shades is pretty good. Obviously it really does depend upon the quality of the actual eyeshadows. One other thing to note about this as well too is that he did say he did make a little like slit on the side of the palette so that way you can pop out the pans and put them into a working palette if you want to. So if you don't want to travel with this, if you are a working makeup artist and you do have like a Z palette or something that does have magnetics inside of it, you can actually pop out the shade that you like, put them inside your palette of your own, which I would recommend doing, honestly, y'all, because like I said, if this actual palette right here is textured like an actual painting canvas, it's gonna get really messy. Like everything is gonna cling to it. So I would recommend that. Once again, going over the color story right here, you have basically a bunch of neutrals, but then you do have these like pops of pink, which technically are still within the neutral family, but obviously just a little bit more color. I have to say overall, just keeping it real with you guys, the color story to me is actually pretty. I do like it. I do think that this is a very, very wearable palette. This does look like something that you can use on an everyday basis. And I think overall it does look pretty nice. I do like the fact that it is not all mattes. To be honest with you guys, when I did see the outer packaging of this, I was like, this is gonna be an all matte palette. I can just feel it. Like, I just know it's gonna be all mattes. And then he said that there were shimmers. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool to throw a little bit of shimmer in there. I don't know why it's so crazy, because as you guys know, I love the Hindash palettes. I absolutely love those, but then also at the same time too, it's very difficult to like always just do just straight mattes, you know, so I do like a little bit of a mixture. Another thing that I do want to point out before talking about the swatches is he did state within his video that there are some shades that are not eye safe in the United States of America if you guys are in different countries. Obviously your guys is what is it called, like, I don't know, is it called FDA around the world? I really don't know, but obviously the regulations are going to be different depending upon what country you're in. And I do want to say I found it to be very, very interesting that he decided to say that within this video, but he did not say it inside of his paint video. As you guys know, the red shade specifically is not safe for the eye. There is pigments in that are not safe for the eye, and he has still not updated that on his website, which I do find to be a little bit weird. But he's going to say within this palette right here that some shades are not safe for the eye, depending upon your country, specifically within the United States of America, which I do have to say I find that to be like really weird. Like other countries are kind of like, oh, this is safe for the eye, but America's like, it's not safe for the eye. It's kind of weird, do you know what I mean? Because you would think it would be, you know, the same across the board. If something's not safe for a human, it's not safe for the human. It doesn't matter where they live. Do you know what I mean? I feel that to be a little bit weird. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and talk about some of these swatches here. This is just my opinion. This is just my speculation. Based upon these swatches right here, I feel like his finger was slightly dampened. I do feel like his, like, you just look at the actual first press of it and you guys can see, if you guys have ever like used, say for example, if you spray a little bit of like Fix Plus from MAC on your finger and do a swatch, this is what it looks like right here. If you guys zoom in specifically on the two, not the very, well, actually you could even see it on the last brown shade as well too, but the two next to that, you can literally see right there, there is kind of like something that looks oxidized. And that's what I'm like, I wonder if he was doing, this is just my speculation, once again, just my opinion, I was wondering if he was doing his swatches with a little bit of a damped finger to show the colors off a little bit more. I'm not saying that I disagree with that. I do feel like it is misleading. However, the reason why I'm saying I don't disagree with it is because sometimes you do want to get that pigment out. Whenever you guys see swatches on an arm that are like perfectly in shape, it's like, y'all, those are used on top of an eyeshadow base, and typically they are used wet, just letting you guys know. So like I said, I do feel like it is misleading, but then also at the same time too, obviously we all know swatches don't mean anything. It really does depend upon how they perform on the eye, and I do feel like swatches are specifically made for just to see the actual color. But here we go with the little tricky topic right here of, okay, if it's wet, it's going to change the color a little bit. Do you know what I mean? But once again, it's just my opinion that he did use a little bit of a dampened finger to exaggerate the color a little bit more, which I get, but then also it could be misleading. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about these actual colors. I do want to say they swatch out really, really nice. The second one that he swatched that does have the mustardy, y'all know I love a mustardy yellow. I really, really do. Like, I don't know why, for some reason, I'm just always drawn to a mustardy yellow, but you will never catch me wearing a yellow shirt, which is really weird. But when it comes down to makeup, I absolutely love it. I do want to say his shimmers do look really pretty. I'm very curious to know about his shimmer formula, because I do feel like, okay, let's keep it real. If you guys are looking for like an everyday basic type of shimmer, you guys can literally just get any Morphe palette, call it a day with that, because those are just like basic shimmers. I wonder, and I've said this before, I totally understand that it's really you know, it's not rational of me to sit here and compare everything to like Pat McGrath, but honestly, y'all, as soon as you've used Pat McGrath shimmers, it's really hard to go back to any other shimmer. So I wonder how these will be. I definitely don't expect them to have as much sparkle as Pat McGrath's, especially being that this is 24 shades for $55. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about these pinks right here. I do want to say once again, I do feel like that is a really pretty row of pinks. You know what, I honestly, just keeping it real with you guys, I have nothing negative to say about this color story. I feel like everybody of every skin tone can use it. I do feel like it's well thought out, and I do, you know, like it. Has it been done before? It's been done before thousands of times, but obviously these are like, you know, typical type of colors that just go good with everything. And overall, I do like the color story of the palette. Once again, if you guys do want to see a review of it, give this video a thumbs up, and I will do that. And now let's go ahead and talk about the brushes right here. I'm sorry, but y'all, when it comes down to brushes, I don't know why, for some reason, I just feel like I'm really, really cheap with brushes, and you won't really catch me purchasing brushes. As you guys know though, Manny MUA did send me over the Lunar Beauty brushes. This brush, I like how every single time I show this in a video, it's dirty because I'm just so lazy. But y'all, Manny MUA's brushes are so freaking good. Like, I really, really love them. But when it comes down to eye brushes, y'all, I have so many eye brushes that I'm just not going to pick up any eye brushes. Like, I don't see the need for it, to be quite honest with you guys, because I'm like what, you know, what am I gonna pick that up for when I have a blending brush? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, oh my gosh, I forgot where, sorry y'all, I had to cut right there because I was like, wait, where's my pricing for this? There is an 8 brush set for $50. There's really obviously not too much to talk about with right there. I do want to say 8 brushes for $50 is not a bad price. I'm just not going to spend $50 on that. Overall though, I have to say this palette, to me, I do think the outside is really cute. I do like his whole concept with it. And I do think that overall it is a well thought out color story. Is it basic? Yes, it is. But obviously he knows what he's doing when he is titling it Basic Canvas, basically because, you know, those are just everyday colors that have been done before several times. But I do think it is a staple, obviously, when it comes down to a color story. If you guys are a makeup artist, or if you guys do like doing your makeup, these types of colors everybody has. Do you know what I mean? Because it really does go with everything, especially all the neutrals in the top row specifically. You could literally use those in the crease and pop on any color on your lid and it's going to look good. You can pop on a shimmery purple, shimmery teal, doesn't really matter. Those are going to go good with everything, as well as the bottom row. It's your typical warms, do you know what I mean? And then obviously you have a black in there. Overall, I am curious of his formula. I wonder how his formula will be, because I do have to just keep it real with you guys and let you guys know this right here. He talked a really good game when it came down to these, and I thought that maybe he did work out some type of magical formula when it did come out to a yellow paint, and that is just not the case, y'all. If you guys watch my review on this, it was horrible. Like, I was like, it's literally cracking everywhere, pieces on my face, pieces on my desk. It was a hot mess, and I did not like that whatsoever. I thought it was really, really bad. So I am curious to know about his formula. Anyways, that wraps up this video, y'all. Once again, if you guys want me to do a review of it, get this video to 1,000 views. If it does not get there, I am not going to do it. So make sure you guys let me know if you guys do want that. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.